There are times when life seems to be kicking us down. Our emotions turn into a wildfire inside, and we feel like we're losing control. But there's a way to prevent ourselves from becoming totally emotionless. Some folks get Stoicism wrong, thinking it's about being indifferent. But really, it's not about indifference at all. It's about learning to use our emotions wisely. Imagine being able to control and harness your emotions as a powerful tool to achieve your goals and lead a happier life. Today, we're diving into the world of Stoic philosophy to uncover 7 principles that help us not just manage our emotions, but turn them into a powerful weapon for personal growth. Let's embark on this exciting journey together and see how Stoicism can transform your life. And hey, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. Now, let's jump into the Stoic philosophy and explore the power of emotions, starting with principle number 1. The people we choose to surround ourselves with play a significant role in shaping our emotions, thoughts, and overall well-being. Just like one bad apple can spoil the bunch, being around a toxic person can drain the energy from your life and make you doubt your own decisions. According to Stoic philosophy, one of the most important principles is self-control and protecting your inner peace. You've got to realize that we can't control others' actions, but we have the right to choose our relationships. Diogenes, a famous philosopher, once said we have 2 ears and 1 tongue, so we can listen more and speak less. This reminds us to be selective with our friendships and trust our gut. Toxic individuals can take many forms, from constant complainers and pessimists to those who always stir up trouble or have a negative attitude toward life. They can sap your motivation, mess with your mindset, and even hinder your progress on the path of self-improvement. Imagine being around someone who always complains about everything and badmouths others. Initially, you try to be understanding and supportive, but over time, you realize that each interaction leaves you feeling heavy and negative. After careful consideration, you decide to reduce contact with that person, choosing not to engage in negative conversations and instead spend time with friends who bring positive energy. Stoicism emphasizes living a virtuous and meaningful life, where preserving inner peace and focusing on what's important is top priority. Sometimes, this means making tough decisions like cutting off relationships with people who don't positively contribute to our lives. It's not about harboring hostility, but recognizing that for the sake of our minds and spirits, some relationships may need to end or be distanced. Eliminating these people not only helps you stay optimistic and motivated, but also facilitates personal growth. You'll have more space and energy to focus on your goals and improve relationships with those who support and inspire you. Letting go isn't selfishness. It's an essential step on the path to autonomy and spiritual freedom. According to Stoic theory, when you realize that each of us has the right and responsibility for our own happiness and peace, sometimes that means staying away from negative factors. Remember, the journey to mastering your emotions starts by ensuring your external influences align with your internal goals. Personal boundaries play a crucial role in maintaining our sense of identity. In many ways, setting personal boundaries is not just an act of self-protection, but also an important step in maintaining balance and inner peace. However, personal boundaries are often underestimated by people over time, and the importance of self-examination. As Seneca once said, "Nothing is ours except time." We often waste our time on others, responding to their requests immediately without setting boundaries. By doing this, we send a message to the world that our time, energy, and mental health are not valuable. This can lead to exhaustion, envy, sadness, depression, and overwhelming pressure. It's like leaving the doors and windows of our house open, allowing anyone and everyone to disturb our peace. Suppose you're someone who's always willing to bend over backwards for your boss, never refusing a request from others, and sometimes feeling overwhelmed. When you apply this Stoic principle, you start setting boundaries for your time. You make thoughtful decisions and say no when you feel you've reached your limit and need private time. This allows you not to work incessantly and have time to relax, leading to a more balanced life. Therefore, setting boundaries helps us recognize and respect our own needs and limitations. When we take time to reflect and listen to our inner needs, we learn how to respond to situations with wisdom and consideration instead of reacting impulsively or emotionally. This not only helps us better control our emotions, but also makes us more accountable in all our relationships. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you become selfish or indifferent to others. Instead, it enables you to interact with the world in a healthy and sustainable way. Ensuring you don't become emotionally and mentally exhausted by controlling your time and space, you'll be better equipped to face and handle difficult situations calmly and purposefully. Love is a beautiful emotion that connects us to a happy and meaningful life we always long for. According to Stoic philosophy, love and emotions are precious, but loving too much can lead to undesirable consequences. Stoicism, which valued emotional resilience, often spoke about the danger of attachment. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The strength he refers to here is the ability to love without becoming too attached. It's the strength to appreciate the beauty of a relationship without letting it define your entire existence. In our personal lives, this lesson becomes clearer than ever. Imagine a situation where we invest too much emotion in someone. This becomes a double-edged sword as we can become overly dependent and willing to sacrifice too much for them. This can cause pain when that person does not reciprocate our feelings as expected. Furthermore, if that person drifts away from us or there's a loss, we can experience unnecessary suffering. Stoic philosophy encourages us to love others freely and sincerely while valuing spiritual independence. This means finding a balance between love and self-sufficiency. We should not let our emotions depend on the actions or opinions of others. Instead, we should keep our souls independent and strong. You can love without being easily hurt. Learning to love, controlling your emotions freely, and not letting them dominate your life will make us more patient, unafraid of change, and capable of calmly overcoming life's challenges. Remember, Stoic philosophy does not suggest that we become indifferent or completely cold inside. Instead, we are encouraged to learn how to control and manage our emotions for a calm and prosperous life. By mastering the art of loving without excessive attachment, you not only protect your heart, but also honor your spirit. You become capable of forming deep connections without losing yourself in them. This is the first step towards truly becoming emotionless, where you can control your emotions and they don't control you. In our daily lives, we often encounter situations filled with pressure and conflict. In such moments, we're encouraged to remain calm and serene instead of letting our emotions and opinions explode with fervor. Stoic philosophy often emphasizes the importance of inner calm and the danger of seeking recognition from others. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This statement underscores the idea that we should not rely too heavily on being recognized by others. Think about the times you shared a personal achievement with others, seeking recognition or your opinions. What you often receive in return, whether it be criticism, ridicule, or even mockery, can hurt our feelings and undermine our self-confidence. Therefore, the goal of the fourth rule in Stoic philosophy is to help us avoid unnecessary conflicts and ensure we don't cause undesirable consequences in our communication. Instead of reacting impulsively when agitated by our emotions and opinions, this rule encourages us to listen and understand others first. This not only creates a positive communication environment, but also helps us learn to control our emotions. Instead of letting emotions arise naturally and uncontrollably, we can manage them to ensure they don't dominate our decisions and lead to undesired actions or experiences. However, this perspective does not suggest that we should completely suppress our emotions and opinions. Instead, we should find ways to express them attentively. This means we should consider before speaking or acting, ensuring they don't cause conflicts or become uncontrollable. This skill is not only beneficial for maintaining stability in our relationships with others, but also useful in our daily life. It helps us demonstrate patience and wise choices in various situations, from work to family and social life. Leave a comment, click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring content. Now let's dive deeper. The ability to understand and share the emotions of others, empathic compassion, is often considered one of the noblest moral qualities of human beings. In a world full of touching and challenging stories from other people, we can easily become overly authoritative in our emotions if we're too concerned about them. Epictetus, the famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This understanding is especially true when it comes to compassion. We often face difficult situations with the emotions of others. The way we demonstrate compassion in these situations can impact how we live and provoke changes in their lives. Instead of being dominated by the emotions and situations around us, Stoic philosophy encourages us to learn to control our reactions. Compassion doesn't mean we have to endure everything or take on everyone's responsibilities. Instead, it means we need to distinguish between what we can control and what we can't. This rule encourages us not to put ourselves in situations where we feel obligated to help everyone and share all their difficulties. Instead, we should practice sharing and caring wisely. This means you should focus on helping those who truly need your support and have the potential to positively change their lives. If you work in an office and have a colleague struggling at work, you want to show compassion and support them however you can. But you also know you've worked hard all day and are feeling tired. In this case, you can apply the principle of selective compassion by choosing when to invest emotions and when to maintain a healthy emotional distance. By doing this, you protect yourself from unnecessary emotional fluctuations and ensure that when you decide to care, it's genuine, focused, and impactful. Instead of continuing to work all day and sharing all the pressure with your colleague, you can choose to contact them and support them proactively at the right time after work. This helps you protect your mind and energy to continue working effectively and provide focused and helpful support when your colleague needs it. When we care too much about everyone, we can lose focus on ourselves and our goals. This can lead to fatigue and imbalance in life. Instead of becoming overly empathetic and losing independence, you can practice self-care and maintain the Stoic spirit of control and reason. By applying rule number 5, we can approach compassion with discernment and focus on meaningful and positive actions. This not only helps us maintain control over our minds and emotions, but also creates conditions for positive interaction, action, and support for others. What happens to you is not important, but how you react to it is what really matters. Compassion in Stoic philosophy is not just about feeling, but acting with understanding and control. As we approach the end of our journey, elevation is essential. We need to prioritize ourselves and be honest with ourselves. In modern life, we often face pressure from society, family, and the environment around us, which can lead us to put others and situations ahead of ourselves, making our emotions complex and even out of control. However, Stoic philosophy suggests that to control emotions, we need to take care of ourselves first. Consider airplane safety instructions. You're instructed to put on an oxygen mask before helping others. This is not just a safety rule, but also an important reminder of self-protection. In an emergency situation on an airplane, ensuring you have enough oxygen to breathe is crucial to staying alert and effectively helping others. Prioritizing yourself also means focusing on personal improvement. We should not worry excessively about others' opinions. Instead, we should focus on self-development and becoming better each day. Sometimes, setting boundaries and rejecting requests that don't align with our goals and values is also an important part of putting ourselves first. Moreover, honesty is another crucial aspect of emotional strength. It's not just about expressing our thoughts and emotions, but also the ability to live, listen to, and confront feedback from others in an open and constructive manner. When we demonstrate honesty in communication, we help eliminate misunderstandings and gain a better understanding of the situation. Honesty also helps us face difficulties and challenges with courage. Instead of avoiding and hiding emotions, we can confront them and find constructive solutions, which helps increase our emotional strength and promotes personal development. Remember, putting yourself first and practicing honesty does not mean a lack of compassion or not caring about others. Instead, it's a way for us to better contribute to others after managing ourselves well. Adhering to rule number 6 will help you build confidence, create a more spiritually uplifting life, and gain better control over your emotions. Life is not always smooth, and challenges can arise at any time, from difficult work situations to problems in relationships and personal health. Instead of fearing them, we can learn to see them as opportunities for growth and maturity. Accepting difficulties does not mean giving up. Instead, we can find ways to make the most of each situation, even challenges, to become stronger. In every challenge, we can seek our inner strength, develop patience and resilience, and learn from experiences. One of the important benefits of accepting difficulties and facing challenges is the ability to control emotions in daily life. We often encounter stressful situations filled with pressure and challenging situations we cannot avoid. As much as Stoic philosophy helps us build emotional control, maintaining an optimistic and calm spirit in all situations is essential. For example, when you face an important project with an imminent deadline, instead of letting fear and pressure dominate your decisions, learn to stay calm, focus on the task, and seek solutions. After practicing these principles, you complete the project on time and go through difficult situations with confidence and patience. Emotional control also helps us maintain better relationships with others. We can avoid conflicts and demonstrate patience and reason in communication with others. Marcus Aurelius, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This is one of the most important principles of Stoic philosophy and emphasizes the power to control emotions in our lives. This principle highlights the importance of recognizing that we cannot fully control external events in our lives. The world can bring unpredictable changes and situations we cannot change. However, what we can completely control is our mind and how we react to these events. When we realize that strength lies in our ability to control our minds, we become more confident and resilient in all situations. We are no longer slaves to emotions, but instead become masters of emotions. This helps us accept difficulties, not as a sign of giving up, but as a way to find ways to make the most of each situation, even challenges, to become stronger. In every challenge, we can seek our inner strength, develop patience and resilience, and learn from experiences. One of the important benefits of accepting difficulties and facing challenges is the ability to control emotions in daily life. We often encounter stressful situations filled with pressure and challenging situations we cannot avoid. With this final rule, we can build a spirit of patience and face life with greater strength, laying the foundation for a future we can be proud of. This is one of the fundamental principles of Stoic philosophy to guide our lives and help us become better versions of ourselves. With these 7 Stoic rules, you've equipped yourself with the strength of a spiritual warrior. You have the ability to control your mind and choose how to handle each situation. Before we conclude today's journey, make sure you've subscribed to our channel so you'll never miss sources of encouragement and valuable insights. The Stoic philosophy will always be with you on the path to conquering life. Remember to click the like and share buttons to spread Stoic philosophy to more people. Don't forget to leave a comment below the video, or if you're not sure what to say, leave a comment saying Stoic Bond to let us know you're ready to apply these rules in your life. Continue on the journey and always unleash the strong human within you to conquer each day. Life is like a battle, and you are the victor.